Ah, we finally made it to Mario Party Superstars. So, Mario Party Superstars. This is the newest Mario Party currently, which came out literally just last year in October, I think it was 29th, my brother's birthday of 2021. You know what? This one is a really good Mario Party, and even if people liked Mario Party the Top 100, I'm sure you can all agree that this one is just better. In any way. I'm one of those people. Top 100's good, but I mean, this one's better. Like, they fixed the problems about Top 100. But man, anyway, even though this Mario Party is really good, obviously it's not perfect. So what are we gonna do today? How about let's talk about the top 10 worst Mario Party Superstars minigames. Hope you all enjoyed this video. So number 10 would go to... So here at number 10 is Burn Style. I don't remember, but I believe this was on my top 10 least favorite Mario Party 6 minigames as well. It's like, well, Mario Party Superstars, like, these first couple, it was kind of hard. It was a little hard figuring out what would be number 10 since Mario Party Superstars has pretty good minigames for the most part. So I had to pick a least favorite, or I had to do number 10. So Burn Style it is. I think this was on my top 10 worst Mario Party 6 minigame list anyway, so, okay. If I forget if I said, like I said, I don't know if it was on my list or not. It probably was, but like I mentioned before, there's just nothing much to the minigame. You could either run around like an idiot, or you can stand still and dodge the thing, which is a lot easier, trust me. And yet again, I think the main reason why I don't like it is there's just not much to it. You just push A button and hope you don't jump. It's like a worser jump rope minigame, if you know what I mean. It's like hot rope jump, but worse. So, Burn Style, it came back, whatever. Not much else left to add. It's not even a bad minigame. It's just one of those more boring ones. So, let's go to number 9, which is... So here at number 9 is Piranha's Pursuit. Oh joy, was I so happy that this minigame came back again. So it was in the top 100 version, and yet again, it's in this version as well. It's one of those unfair 1v3 minigames, and this one, it's all in favor for the one person. You know, if you want to construct a good 1v3 minigame, it has to be fair, like, come on. So you have one guy on the skateboard who's trying to get away from this piranha plant, who will usually, basically always win, unless if they're stupid and decide to lose. And then you have the 3 people on the cloud who are trying to smash it, which will grow the piranha plant. What I don't understand is that we have rain in the background, but that doesn't grow the piranha plant, but from the rain cloud it will? I don't understand. It's honestly a little odd, and it's just not my favorite. So it's like I say, like yet again, it's not a bad minigame. It's just another one of those boring-ish type of minigames, and it's probably worse just because it's unfair. So yeah, it is what it is. Let's go to number 8, which is... So here at number 8 is Archer Ivel. No surprise this one was going to be on here, right? Speaking of unfair 1v3 minigames, Anchor Ivel ended up coming back in this minigame collection. Even though it wasn't in the top 100 version, it did come back in this one. Like Piranha's Pursuit, it's not a minigame I truly despise, like it rubs me the wrong way or anything, but yet again, it's just another one of those kind of annoying 1v3 minigames. And unlike Piranha's Pursuit, this one just gives you less to do. You just walk around and shoot the people and know that you will win. And then if you're the 3 side, you better hope that no one gets in your way because you will lose. It's yet again just another one of those in favor of the one person type of 1v3 minigames. Like I said, a lot of the older 1v3 minigames just weren't constructed properly sometimes, and they were just so unfair for some of the sides, and yet this is one of them. And unlike games like the Boulder Ball one that was from Mario Party 3 that came back, that one at least they made it a little better, but this one it's the exact same. So, whatever, it is what it is. At least we have some catchy music. So let's go to number 7, which is... Okay, I know for a fact I definitely put this on my top 5 or top 10 least favorite Mario Party 5 minigames. Welcome back, Bill Blasters. Oh no, why did this one come back? Honestly, it's kind of funny how every single minigame that came back from Mario Party 5 was in Mario Party the Top 100. Except Bill Blasters. Of course, this is the new minigame that I wanted them to bring back. Not something fun like the puzzle minigame or that pinball machine minigame. Nah. Bill Blasters. This one is... I'm not gonna lie, this one is actually a little better than the Mario Party 5 version. There's just something about it that just like... it works a little better, if you know what I mean. Like, I feel like it's a little more fair for some reason, which is odd because both versions aren't fair at all. So what does this minigame do? Well, I already explained what it did, but whatever. Basically, you spin in a circle and you hit the other players. And it is very hard to hit the other players, as you can see, because they are also spinning, and it just comes down to a very messy minigame. I was not very excited to see that this minigame had came back. And we're starting to get into the minigames that are starting to get bad. Like the first 3, they were just like, they weren't terrible or anything, but now we're getting into the minigames that are definitely starting to get pretty bad. This Bill Blasters definitely can start that. There's just not much I like about the minigame. I mean, at least you're doing something and there is some sort of strategy, but I just don't really like the strategy. And it's one of those minigames that I end up losing on a lot of the times. I know I say that a lot, but when you play Mario Party, it's fine to lose sometimes. What's not fine is losing every time. So... Bill Blasters unfortunately had to come back, but it is what it is. Let's go to number 6, which would be... Would you look at that? Another bad minigame has cracked the list. This time, it's Takedown. Like Bill Blasters, this was also on my top 10 least favorite Mario Party 9 minigames. And like Bill Blasters, unlike Bill Blasters, it gives you even less to do. Like Anchor Ivel and Piranha's Pursue, it's another one of those dumb, unbalanced 1v3 minigames. But even worse, it feels more like a luck minigame. I don't know. Takedown has just never been my thing. Like I mentioned before, this is the closest we're ever going to get to football, sadly, and unfortunately, it got Takedown pretty bad. We have the very, very small field to play on, but I don't understand this one at all. I really hate how there's 3 people who gang up on one guy, but then I hate how the one guy has the 3 things to go at, Like I said, it just all depends who you're playing with. It's one of those minigames that I feel like I lose on a lot with players usually. Or, not usually if it's me or computers, easy computers, but if it's like me and hard computers or like actual players, then I lose basically every time. So, what fun. It's boring too, there's nothing fun to look at. It's just the woods, hooray. And it's too unfortunate that not only this minigame came back in top 100, but it came back in this one as well, so hooray. Thanks for bringing this terrible minigame back. I hope we never see it again, since now it's been remade to look really nice. So it shouldn't be back anytime soon. None of these minigames should be back anytime soon. Let's move on to number 5, which would be... number 5 is a sport minigame. Welcome, Beach Volley Frawley. Not only was this in Mario Party the Top 100, but of course it was one of those minigames that had to come back in Superstars as well. I don't know. It's not my cup of tea. It's one thing to have that soccer one from Super Mario Party, or heck, even the shell soccer one from Mario Party 9. But this one is just plain boring. There's nothing in it. You just play volleyball, hooray! And as you can see, this minigame is another one of those stupidly long minigames as well. There's some pretty terrible remake music, and I'm not the type of person who hates the Super Mario Party Superstars remake music. But for some reason, this song just isn't remade good at all. And the minigame is going on and on and on as well. Heck, the one in Mario Party 5 is better than this one. Both how they brung it back in Mario Party 5, where it's the dice and it's different balls and it's not just the volleyball. But this version, it's just the ball. And then I like the hockey one a little better as well, because at least that one, you're moving around a little more. This one, I just feel like I'm trapped in a tiny area for so long. There's not much I have to add about the minigame. It's so long, I can't even finish it. So let's move on to number 4, which would be... Oh no. Pit Boss returned. Oh, great. If you remember my top 10 worst Mario Party 6 minigames, this one was like number 2 on the list. Well, it's number 4 now, but it's still a bad minigame. I will say, though, this version is a little better than the Mario Party 6 version. I don't know what it is. Either the spikes don't move quite as fast, the pit is a little bigger, or the spiky balls are a little smaller. But whatever it is, it just feels a little easier in this version. Which is good, I'm not going to complain. I'm happy that they took the time to, revamp the minigame a little bit, so it actually gives the players a little more of a fair chance. But you know what? It's still Pit Boss. It's like putting a Band-Aid on a broken machine. It's not gonna do much. Well, it's a little better than that, but it's not much. I still don't understand why this one returned. But it is what it is. Eventually, frickin' Funsicle Course is gonna have to come back, because eventually all the minigames will come back. Pit Boss, it's just no fun. At least this one, unlike 6, though, at least I won. I don't think I won in the 6 version, though, because that version is garbage. I mean, even though they did make it a little better, it's still a bad minigame for sure, and it's still definitely the worst Bowser minigame in this one. So, not much I have to add. It's a bad minigame, and it definitely is deserved of number 4. Let's go to number 3, which is... So here at number 3 is Tick-Tock Hop. So it's one thing to have burn style where... Okay, that was fast. I was gonna say, it's one thing to have burn style where the thing moves faster and faster as it goes on, so at least, eventually someone's gonna trip up and fall. This one, though... Barely anything changes about the minigame, and thank God I was playing with an easy computer. But there'll be YouTube videos I watch, or if I'm playing by myself, and the thing will just keep going on and on, or if I'm playing with my brother, and because we're both good at Mario Party, we'll both just keep jumping over it, over and over and over again, until eventually it gets to the point where you're like, alright, screw it, I'm gonna lose. because there's no point of even trying anymore. I've been trying it for so long. And it's not satisfyingly fun like a puzzle minigame or something like that. It's boringly long. All you do is time your jump and push the A button. Doesn't that sound like so much fun? Even Burn Style give you a whole little thing to run around on. Here, you're just stuck on a clock. And then you have to pray to God that the computer does worse than you. Like I said, on YouTube videos, it goes, like I see YouTube videos where it goes on forever and I just skip the whole thing, because what's the fun of just watching people jump over and over again? Same with like hot rope jump, but at least that minigame is a lot of fun and it's more fair. This minigame is just bleh, garbage. And it definitely is number 3 on the list. It just is one of those, heck, it even is an endless minigame, which there's no way I'd ever play the endless version of it. Maybe eventually, but I'd get like 1 and die. On purpose. So, even the clock looks boring. It's just 12, 3, what does that say, 5 and 6? Just kidding, it says 9, but it looks kind of ugly, I'm not gonna lie as well. Like, it's a boring minigame. And it's no fun. I dread when this one comes on, so... It's unfortunate because I don't have the N64 Mario Party, so I finally got to play this one. I'm like, it's as fun as it looks. So let's move on to number 2, which is... That's right, number 2 is Castaways. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like the coin minigames. But then you get Castaways from the first Mario Party. Oh, and that's why. Because it's from the first Mario Party. You know, the clunky, old... Like, kind of like the test of Mario Party. They weren't really... You have Castaways. I'm just speechless about this one. Not only are you standing in one spot, but you're fishing with the Joy-Con, with the little... the whatever it's called. Not the D-pad, but the thing that the Switch has. Why can't we just push A to, I don't know, go fishing? Isn't that how it works? And I just don't like how you have to fling your rod all the way out just to get the money. It's so awkward. So you have the bad minigames, and then you reach the bad control minigames. The bad minigames are one thing, but when it's awkward on the controller, that easily deserves the worst of the worst. But guess what? It's still better than Funsticle, of course. There's just nothing fun about this minigame. The only good thing about the minigame is it's on a beach, and I like beaches. The background's fine, and the music is good too. Other than that, it's a pretty bad minigame. Like, even if the controllers work fine, why play this one when there's so many other better coin minigames in this Mario Party, or just better minigames in general? It is so awkward trying to fling your little Joy-Con back. It's not a Joy-Con, is it? I don't even know what it is anymore. Your little control... You know what? I'm calling it a Joy-Con. So, yeah. Flinging it back, and then it goes out and gets the coin. Sometimes you'll get 1 coin, you'll get money bag, a treasure chest, or you'll get nothing, which is what I usually get. Not only is the controllers clunky, but the timing is terrible as well. Apparently, the Mario Party 1 version was like even worse, so... Oh boy. And guess what? This is one of those tug-of-war minigames, if you know what I mean. Where in the original Mario Party, it's one of those minigames where people would use the palm of their hands to reel in all the things. Nintendo had to provide gloves from this minigame, and from a few others as well, but... You know it's bad when Nintendo needs to get gloves. Thankfully, Tug-of-War isn't bad, but this minigame definitely is. Because it's one of those Tug-of-War minigames. Not saying it's Tug-of-War's bad, but it's one of those but people would use the palm of their hand minigames. The controls are bad, the timing is bad, it's a bad minigame. What could possibly be worse than Castaway, though? Let's find out. So the number one worst Mario Party Superstars minigame is... if I had a problem with Castaways controllers, then I definitely have a problem with Sneak and Snore's controllers. Ay, 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 where did this minigame go wrong? This is one of those, like, beyond garbage minigames. Castaways, at least, like, you have a chance of winning. This one, though, it's pure garbage. There's nothing I have to... I don't know where to begin about the minigame. I guess we can start with, it's a tie. Because apparently, not even the computers... Oh, well, they're easy mode, but if I can't do it, the computers definitely can't do it. This is one of those minigames that I've never seen anyone win in, and it's just always a tie. Why, Sneak and Snore? Why? If it was something like, oh, you could push the A button to hide in the barrels, that's one thing. But no, you have to release the controller at the right time so the chain chomp won't get you. Which leads to you just randomly guessing, like, oh, is it going to come now? But then the computers are super far ahead. And then you're far behind. And it's just like, oh, shoot, I have to catch up. And then, of course, when you catch up, that's when the chomp guy comes and gets you. There'll be times where I've released it, and my character would go in the barrel, but then come back out. I'm like, I haven't touched the controller. Why hasn't it come back out? I don't understand these controls at all. Like, at all. And apparently neither has the computers either, or mainly any other people that I play with. It's a chore to play this minigame should have been called Trash and Chore, not Sneak and Snore. It's not even boring to play, it's just hardly annoying. I still think Funsticle Course is worse, but this might be the second worst Mario Party minigame of all time. Like I said, it's one thing to have bad minigames, but when it comes to the controllers, which is the main part about Mario Party, you know you have a problem when the controls don't work. It works, but I mean, it's such a dumb timing minigame. Why play this when you can play many other better ones? Like, it seems like such a cool concept. I like the idea of having to beat your computers to get out and win, but there is many better options with better controllers. This one is just awkwardly annoying, where you have to hide in the barrel, and most of the time it won't even respond to that. I'm sure many people saw this one coming on the list at least somewhere, this and Castaways both, because there's just Mario Party 1 and like a few of the other older Mario Parties had very odd controller placements. Then they got better, and then Mario Party 8 came out and they had the stupid motion controls. It's like, we just can't have a Mario Party with good controllers, can we? Well, I guess Mario Party 6 and 7 and 5 are fine, but all the others are like, it's either motion controls or they mess up the controls. I'd rather take motion controls, actually, at this point. There is nothing good about this minigame. The only thing I like is the music, but other than that, it's like, this one is terrible. It's a horrible, terrible, no good minigame. And I'm sure many others can agree. Sneak and Snore is what I can consider definitely easily the worst Mario Party Superstars minigame. With these worst minigames, though, I still like Mario Party Superstars. Like, I can avoid these minigames. Like, I'm not forced to play them. I can just skip over these bad ones. And even at, like, number 10 through 8, like, those ones weren't necessarily bad. They were just more of a, yeah, there's some things wrong with it type of minigames. I mean, yeah, some of these ones are pretty annoying, like, all the ones you can see on the screen now, but, like, it's still there's a lot of fun minigames as well that really makes this Mario Party a lot of fun. So even if these minigames are terribly garbage, there's others that are a lot better, and that's what we'll be doing probably tomorrow. So I'll see you then. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you probably tomorrow. Bye!